Good morning, and welcome to Somebody Gave Mitch Half an Hour, and boy was that a bad idea. The one and only installment of the show.
You never know that.
The one and only installment of the show. I'm your host, Mitch. Joining me are my panel of folks. Today, we will be discussing a topic known to many, known to few, known to me. Conspiracy theories. We've gathered these top scientists and educators to discuss facts and knowledge that they have on these topics. I will introduce them to you. Dr. Muffin Stuff here, Professor Schlangamanga Ding Dong, and DJ.
Hey.
Today, we will be discussing their conspiracy theories. I'd like you to introduce the name of the conspiracy theory you would like to discuss, and we will go in a line.
Are we allowed to have multiple? Or
You
just
are, but for now, just one.
For now, my conspiracy theory is that Leah Michelle can't read.
Okay.
She can't.
Professor.
Yes. My theory is that Finland doesn't exist.
Beautiful. And DJ?
Can I save mine? I
No.
want it to be a surprise.
Well, you're gonna have to talk about it at some point.
I'll talk about it when.
Do you only have one?
Yeah.
All right. Well, that's all right.
Yeah.
So here on the one and only installment of Somebody Gave Mitch Half an Hour, and boy was that a bad idea. I haven't told my guests exactly what we're doing. I will now reveal exactly what we're doing.
Yikes.
I'm going to have my guests debate their conspiracy theories via interpretive dance. So I'm going to have you pit your explanations of your theories against each other while you interpretive dance. And whoever gives me the most entertainment will win, regardless of how good their argument is. The first two people I will have up are Julia and DJ.
I don't want to get up. I'm so comfortable.
I don't care. You're gonna go.
Fuck.
This is
This is a
my
process.
show.
Alright, so I guess now is a good time to talk about my conspiracy.
Now is a very good time to talk
Yeah.
about your conspiracy.
You
Julia,
saying
What is the name of your
Okay,
conspiracy?
my conspiracy theory is that Ringo Starr is dead.
Okay.
Wait, isn't he dead?
Yeah, because I'm right.
Bet.
Are we both doing this at the same time, or do I go and then Julia goes? Because I don't.
You're both doing it at the same time.
Okay.
Up, Julia.
man right
wait,
here-
wait. You know what? You can start.
Thank you. Ringo Starr, drummer, Beatle.
You're not dancing,
What is
DJ.
I dance in my own way. Some
No,
people
DJ, you have to dance.
believe him
Keep going.
To-
Don't stop.
be the drummer of the Beatles. However, I believe him to be dead.
Right?
Why is he dead? Well, I'm glad you asked. The same car accident that killed Paul McCartney in 1965 also killed Ringo Starr. They were in the car together, okay? So Ringo and Paul, both here in black, as you can clearly see on the cover of Abbey's Road, are dead.
You're not dancing, DJ.
I can't think and dance. It's
I
really hard.
didn't ask you to think. You don't have to. You're doing a lot of like side to side. You can just kind of stay in the middle. You're making our wonderful camera crew do a lot more
Also-
work than they
I'm
have
also
to.
very dizzy now.
That's good.
Yeah.
That's what happens when you
Um,
spin a lot.
For instance, the song You Never Give Me Your Money is about how the Beatles, the two living Beatles, George Harrison and Jonathan Lennon, the two cheap pay for a funeral for Ringo and Paul.
DJ,
They put
you're
them
not
both
dancing.
in the same casket.
DJ, I need you to remember that this is not based on how you actually explain it, but your dancing ability is.
This is what matters to me though,
Oh,
Mitch.
that
But
absolutely
you're gonna
right.
you're
Sorry.
gonna lose, and you're gonna get our grand prize punishment.
Okay.
There's a punishment. There is a punishment.
So anyway, Ringo's dead. He's fucking dead. I'm done.
That wasn't very
Thank you,
specific.
DJ.
I brought an album. I think that deserves some credit.
You also wore a T-shirt.
Yes, I did.
Try hard much. Anyway, Julia
I
Koifman,
was
you're up
wearing
next.
this t-shirt earlier.
Try hard.
I wasn't allowed.
There's one.
Frank is not even telling a conspiracy theory.
I'm just
Frank,
warming up.
Frank's getting there.
Yeah.
Julia?
So Leah Michelle, right? She, when 13, was cast in a Broadway show. You know when people learn how to read around the age of 13. And so she did theater for most of her young life. Wait, no, she didn't get cast when she was 13, but she got cast when she was little. so she had to stop being in school, which is explanatory for her not learning to read. But also, she had parents and adults with her anytime she would need to read a screenplay or a play, which is what most people are saying she can read. But the thing is, she had people to read for her, you know what I mean? Also, she wrote a book.
Wow.
But this book was almost all blank pages where you were supposed to write your own things. Coincidence? Leah Michelle can't read.
Thank you, Julia. Franklin, you're up.
I'm also completely terrified of actually farting on live television, so that's okay.
Hopefully it happens.
I'm using an interpretive dance prop,
Okay.
as did Mr. DJ. So, this evening I'm explaining to you all how Finland, that dumbass country in between Sweden and Russia, doesn't exist. So, Russia, back in the Cold War, was having a real hard time making friends with a bunch of other European and Asian countries because they're a bunch of bitch-ass bitches. So, they decided to team up with Japan, and they're like, you know what? Everybody wants to fucking save the earth and, like, the environment and shit. Save the ozone? Not me. I want you to be able to fish in unrestricted water so you can fish as much as you fucking want. So, what we're gonna do is we're gonna have this big piece of water that's in between Sweden and Russia. This big piece of water we're gonna call Finland. So, Finland is just uncharted waters where Japan can fish as much as they want. You know, they gotta give a little bit to Russia, you know, as payment or whatever. And you know how they ship it back and forth to Japan and to other countries? They disguise it in fucking Nokia boxes. You ever heard Nokia, those indestructible cell phones? Wrong! They are fish. The only people in this world who aren't in on it are actual Finnish people. They 1000% believe that they live in Finland, which isn't true. They live in different parts of Sweden, Russia, and northern Estonia. There you go.
Thank you, Franklin.
You're welcome.
As our dance segment has come to a close, I will announce the winner. But only... Excuse me, I just had a lot of Monster Energy drink. I will announce the winner. Do you mind?
I'm sorry. You
The
worked
winner
very
is
hard.
Julia.
Why?
I'm not gonna clap because mine was better.
Wait, but why? Mine wasn't as good as Frankie's.
Okay, fine. Frankie, you win.
Thank you very much. I'd like to thank the Academy
I've been
and the fake
convinced.
citizens of
Wait,
Finland.
but can I share my second conspiracy theory?
Yes, we will now move on to the second segment of the show.
Hey Mitch,
Oh.
Yeah.
can I have a sip of your Monster Energy drink?
It's orange flavored.
We will now move on to the second portion of our show, which is explaining the actual theories. So we will go around this way in a clockwise fashion. DJ?
Yes. Oh, explaining my
Oh,
theory?
you only had one.
I really just had the one.
Okay.
I came up with it on the walk over here.
So you can be quiet and sit.
Yeah.
And
Wait,
sit where
so
you are.
you didn't have the...
Well, I grabbed the album and I was like, I'm just gonna come up with something off the top of my dome, and then I did.
And you already had the
I
shirt
put
on?
the shirt on because my other shirt was sweaty. So
Okay.
I changed the shirts. And
You only have two shirts?
See, self-love,
no, I only
my
got the
dude.
two. Yeah,
You only have two shirts?
2 shirts, 1
You
pant.
should go to the free
I'm
store.
telling you,
Go visit
baby.
the free store, only on Purchase College campus.
So
Wait, what, are you wearing the pants right now?
No.
I'm sorry, I'm just really
Not
curious
really.
about, you know, our
Franklin, do you have another theory you'd like to explain?
Yes, I do. Do I have to dance for it, though?
Nope.
Thank God. I almost ripped my pants. So, my second theory of the evening, women's, men's, and non-binary friends, is that the Earth is hollow. So, let's break it down a little bit. As I said before, the Earth is hollow. The only part of the Earth that actually is solid is the upper crust that we live on. So when you see something like the ocean or a sinkhole, it just goes down into nothing. But the middle of the Earth cannot only be empty, right? Exactly. Other shit lives in there, it's just not solid. There's
Like
no
what?
magma. Lots of shit lives in there. Dr. Raymond Bernard in the early 20th century wrote about how UFOs don't actually come from outer space. They come from inside of the Earth. And they come out of orifices such as sinkholes and the ocean.
Ha! You said orifice.
Yes, I did, because that's exactly how disturbing of a word I want to use. So, UFOs. Now, the reason why he thought that this could be proven true is because of this nebula that's actually out in outer space called the Ring Nebula. Google that shit, it exists. I looked it up myself. So because the Ring Nebula is actually a nebula that is hollow, he believed the Earth could be proven to be hollow. You picking up what I'm putting down here?
Yeah.
Okay, now we're gonna get a little bit more. So, other shit that's in the center. Ever heard of Bigfoot? Ever heard of other wild-ass cryptids like the Loch Ness Monster? No. Nessie, the beautiful soul who is probably dead at this point because of how much pollution is probably in Lake Loch Ness in Scotland, she came from the center of the earth, swam back up, and was like, bitch, we're out here for it. I bet there's dinosaurs living there. That's just me. But the most important question of all, how the fuck do we get to the center of the earth? I'll tell you.
How do we?
Well,
How do we?
Brendan Fraser.
Brendan
That's
Fraser
true.
absolutely knows the answer because he was in the iconic documentary Journey to the Center of the
Click.
Earth, which is true. None of that is fictionalized whatsoever. So,
The
there are
Rock
a
did it
couple of
too.
different places for us to visit the center of the Earth.
Like where?
Number one is the Himalayas,
Whoa.
as in those mountains in
Never heard
in
of
the
them.
east somewhere.
Never heard of them. They're not real.
Paris,
Not real.
capital of France. Montreal, which
Also
is in
not real.
Canada, which probably doesn't exist though. It's like a body of water like Finland. Anyhow, Staffordshire, which is in England. Hanhao, which is in the country of China. And within the deep jungles of the Amazon rainforest.
Rainforests are myths.
Are they?
They are.
I'm pretty sure that trees don't exist either. But for what we're talking about today, the hollow earth is a theory that exists that I truly believe in. And I mean, Montreal's not too far away from New York.
So
I
we
say
can
we
go.
take a road trip to fucking Montreal. Wait, is Montreal on the east side or the west side of Canada?
Doesn't matter.
Because Canada's a
Canada's not real.
It may not be real, but it's big. Whatever mass it is, whether it's water or magma or what is Canada made out of? Bacon?
Land.
Maple bacon.
Cotton candy.
It's made out of
It's-
syrup.
It's made of.
Okay, sorry. Yes,
Pine
that
liberal
was my
tears.
time. Thank you.
Thank you. I did say that. Julia.
So my conspiracy theory is that Frankie has no body.
Discuss.
So here's the deal. If you could do me a solid and just slide away the computer
Oh.
so that the audience can see that you have no body. There are hands, yes. A head, perhaps.
Perhaps.
But a body? I don't see it.
Who's to say?
Wait, hold on. Let me just check.
Maybe you got a little floating shoulder. Ooh. Do you have a floating shoulder or no?
What's happening? No. Don't film me. Go back to. I'm making sure that. God damn it. Never mind. Theory doesn't hold up.
Ooh, somebody's been debunked, but nobody can myth bust my conspiracy theories.
It's because of the buttons.
Oh, the buttons. Don't make me blend in. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
How could
It's
you?
okay. It was a good
The
conspiracy
buttons are
theory.
made out of my skin. Fun fact.
Ew. That was bad to hear. You're welcome.
You know, Mitch, I thought this would be funnier.
Mitch,
Our
I'm
next
a great
segment
time.
is
I think
Julia
I'm
gets
hilarious.
stoned to death.
Did you ever read the
Thank you,
lottery?
Alana. Yes, I
Mitch,
read the
Mitch,
lottery.
I have a conspiracy theory.
I don't care. Our next segment is Ring Around the Rosie. Everyone, rise.
Is this because I said this wasn't that funny?
No, this is because this is my show and I'll do anything I want.
Okay.
I have one show, one time for half an
Yes,
hour.
oh, God damn it.
DJ,
I'm super
get
That's
up.
cool.
Please.
DJ, this show isn't about comfort. It's about changing the lives of the youth. In today's show, we will explore.
I'm sorry. I thought it would.
You did.
I really wanted to have my body.
Join hands, everyone.
But,
We're doing a circle?
Yes,
Yeah.
we're
It's
doing
okay.
No, we're doing vertical
Listen,
ring around the
Dude, I've
Rosie.
done this shit for
Vertical.
years.
5, 6, 7, 8. Ring around the Rosie. Pocket. Sing,
Posy,
ashes,
ashes, we all fall down.
Oh, shit.
Cows in the middle, eating buttercups.
I think-
Ashes,
Up.
ashes, we all pop up.
Oh,
I'm confused. Do we
We
eat
doing it
people's
again?
ashes?
Ring around the Rosie, pocket full of posy. Ashes, ashes, we all fall down.
Oh, can
What
you
must
hear me?
really tell us capitalism? We must support the fall of capitalism.
Support the troops.
No, not that.
Support some of them, I guess.
Let's sit back down. I don't know why you're all on the ground. That's just silly.
I'm down for supporting the fall of capitalism. That way I can get my PhD for free. Did you know that I have a PhD in Finnish studies?
Our next topic of discussion
This is shit.
will be ghosts. I'd like to go around. I'd like to go down the line and discuss.
Our experiences with ghosts.
And discuss. Do we think ghosts are real? What are your opinions on ghosts as a collective? Julia, your time starts now. You have 30 seconds to defend ghosts. Go.
Okay, so I'd like to think that ghosts are real because I really think that the ghost of Oscar Wilde is following me around.
And why is that?
There are just too many sunflowers in my proximity on the daily.
Mood.
Like, who is leaving them? Nature? No, it's Oscar. Look at this!
I
Where did these come from?
They're fake.
You know who else was fake? Oscar Wilde.
Wow. Real facts here.
I'm picking up what she's putting down.
Ghosts.
Sorry.
Franklin, you've 30 seconds.
So I also agree with Julia that ghosts are real because there's a ghost living in my apartment, which I just happened to share with Mitch. You
That
are very
ghost is named
kitchen ghost.
Kennedy D'Augustine.
Well, absolutely. Its birth name is Kennedy D'Augustine, but we nicknamed them Kitchen Ghost. Now, my first experience with Kitchen Ghost was when I was in the living room, and on top of our microwave, we keep a lot of tea because we're classy motherfuckers. And
I
a
can't
full box
drink
of tea that was
It hurts my
flat
skin.
on top of the microwave fell over on its own. Riddle me fucking that.
Let me play ghosts advocate here. Wind?
There are no windows in the kitchen.
Oh, wind?
Just like wind
But
in
wind.
general.
There are no drafts in our
All
kitchen.
wind.
How do you know? Have you checked?
Yes. I've been in that kitchen many times.
Check again, Winifred Richards. DJ, you have 30 seconds. Go.
Y'all ever see Ghostbusters? Starring Melissa McCarthy and Kristen Wiig?
Yes.
Yes.
Unfortunately.
Enough said. That's all I
He has a point.
He has a point. I
Um,
can't believe they made that sequel with Bill Murray. God.
Wait, they
wasn't
made a
that awful?
sequel?
the one with Bill Murray.
And Dan Aykroyd and
And
Ernie
Aykroyd.
Hudson and Harold Ramis.
Yeah.
And you know what? The
From
quality was
1986.
much worse in the sequel. I
Yeah,
swear
it's
to
weird.
God.
Wait, are we talking about the sequel to the original Ghostbusters?
Can we
Yeah, the
talk
one they
about-
made, the sequel that has like Bill Murray, Dan Aykroyd,
Can
all
we-
those other
Yeah,
guys.
the first
the one
one
they made
was
like
the
all
Melissa
male
McCarthy one.
Ghostbusters.
Can we
The
take
one
a
that had
second
Thor in it too. And then
to
the
acknowledge
sequel
the
was...
fact that Dan Aykroyd got a blowjob from a ghost in the original Ghostbusters?
Facts.
Let's.
Can we acknowledge
Okay,
This
that?
is our
I'm
new
putting
topic
this out
of-
to the world before I die. I need a blowjob from a
From
ghost.
I'd like my guests to stop interrupting.
That's some bucket list shit.
Fine.
Our next topic of discussion: Can you get a blowjob from a ghost? DJ
Ask Dan Aykroyd. He's a blues brother.
Franklin,
I would also ask Dan Aykroyd, but I believe yes.
Julia.
For any future employers out there, I would like to plead the fifth on this one.
Alana. No. All right. Winnie,
Clearly, Alana.
Absolutely.
you think you
Okay,
can?
so we got
Personal experience.
we got 2 versus 3. Mitch, you're a tiebreaker.
Yes.
Blues
Yes.
Brothers
Okay, we
2000.
got 4 to 2. Ghosts can suck dick. There you go.
Absolutely.
But do they want to?
I mean, with their consent. I sure hope. Consent's key, kids. That's the most important pull away from this
Even for
episode.
ghosts.
Is always ask for consent.
On our last topic that we will finish off the night with
Oh boy.
is: what's your favorite color? Julia,
Glitter.
Frankie,
Forest green, a little bit darker than this.
DJ.
Red.
Perfect. And now we will end our night with a dance party. I didn't ask what you wanted.
I love this song.
Come on,
For the first time, just about 8:30.
Thank you for joining us on the Somebody Gave Mitch a Show, and boy was that a bad idea. Half hour. This will never happen again.
You know what that means?
That I'm asking.
Yes.
Is this a pen? Oh, I thought it was a pen. That exists. Here's the thing.
How much longer do you have to dance? I'm really tired.
So long, it's supposed to stop. by DJ Kenter.
Alana isn't telling us to stop, so I can only assume the show will last forever.